Triple congratulations are in order for Team St. Lucia, which participated in the 2022 Carifta Games, securing 3 gold medals. The medals were among 9 other medals the team managed to capture while competing in 50 swimming tournaments at this year's Games in Jamaica from April 16th to the 18th, 2022. A special service was held for the athletes upon arrival at the HIA on Thursday night. First-time participants Naomi London and Rasheed James exceeded expectations. But perhaps the biggest feat was when Felix finally placed St. Lucia back on the winning boards after almost a decade with no qualifying score. President of the Athletics Association, Cornelius Brim, says a lot of thought went into the training to prepare the athletes for the tournaments.
We are extremely happy of your performance and your achievement. As an organization, we took some bold decisions in setting standards for our athletes to achieve in order to attend the Carifta Games. The decision was that when we set the standards, once our athletes achieve those standards, we would ensure that they end up in either the top 8 or medal contenders. And you sure did us that. Naomi, for her first time attending a Carifta Games, making it to 2 finals. We're extremely happy for this type of accomplishment. The future is bright for her. There are lots of opportunities. She have lots of more Carifta to participate in. Rasheed, first ever major competition, a 4th place finish in pole vault. Jeremiah, the king out of them all. He ended a 8-year drought for St. Lucia. The last time we won any medals at the Carifta Games was in 2015, where Denzel St. Math won a bronze in the javelin and Ace Louis won a silver in the high jump. So they did us proud. Not forgetting Kaylan Vitalis, a 4th place finish in the 110 hurdles. Natalie Albert, a 6th place finish in the javelin. So as a country and as a sporting federation, we're extremely happy for your performances.
18-year-old silver medalist Felix will qualify for 1 more Carifta Games. Felix, who dished on his experience at the tournaments, says his performance came as no shock to him as he noted his mistakes and corrected them in the real time.
I didn't expect that much of a crowd, and the hype in the stadium was insane. You can ask my team members, the team managers, Kiba, coach. Everyone was the experience was just awesome. I just couldn't believe I was competing on such a high level. But when I look back in the past, we was literally planning for Carifta and all that to happen. So I'm not surprised that I came out with a medal. Me and my coach, we planned that out. We planned everything out to execute at the Carifta Games. When I was competing, I was actually making a bit of mistakes. And then when I corrected myself, went back to my coach, corrected myself, he said just go out there and execute it. Go out there, execute, and I brought a silver medal back for St. Lucia at the 49 Carifta Games.
First-time participant at the 49th Games, Naomi London says she achieved her set goals for this year's competitions.
This experience was kind of challenging. I didn't expect so much competition because usually I'd be, always first here. So it was very challenging and I was intimidated at some point. As y'all all know, y'all didn't see me for the 200 finals because I was on injury. I pulled my groin muscle after the semis of the 100 meters. But I'm still a proud St. Lucian. I'm proud to say that I got 2 finals in both of my events and I made St. Lucia proud, and that's all I wanted to do for this year. So I'm hoping that everybody is here next year and I will hopefully be getting a medal next year, 2023.
Also, first-time contender Rasheed James placed 4th in his contest.
I'd like to thank mostly everybody here I'd like to thank Makiba for working on me because I had an injury, a leg injury. And without her, I wouldn't be at Carifta. I'd like to thank my coach for training me. I'd like to thank Dora for managing our team. We had a great time up there. I'd like to thank my parents for sure, for motivating me. And I'd just like to thank everybody for believing in us, for representing the country.
The Youth Development and Sports Ministry says St. Lucia is one to look out for come the 2023 Carifta Games.
I am saying to you that you give a very good representation of yourself. All the athletes that represented St. Lucia, we are very proud of you. The team that went out there with you also, we are very proud of the management, the leadership, the St. Lucia Athletics Association for giving you all the opportunity. And I want to let you know that the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports will continue to support the development of track and field and all other sports in St. Lucia. So once again, I know the hour is late. I just want to let you know that we appreciate your efforts. We appreciate your performances. Job well done. And we train hard and we fight. Next year, most all of you here will have another shot at Carifta. And I can tell you, even the announcers made mention of it. St. Lucia is one of the nations to look out for next year's Carifta Games because especially Naomi London, the fast starting one, every single event that you went to on the track, the announcers made sure that they didn't speak about the Jamaicans much. They didn't speak about the BVI young lady. Your name came up, the fast starting Naomi London. They wonder what performance she'll put out in that race. So they're looking out for you. And we are going to be working hard. Team St. Lucia is going to bounce back even greater and bigger and better next year.
Public Relations Officer of the Athletics Association, Makiba Alcid, expressed gratitude to all who assisted in preparing the team for the competitions.
Having Carifta for 2 years, I think the athletes represented well. Every single athlete that competed for St. Lucia, 5 of them, actually made the final, so that's a big deal for us. We have those 3 athletes, Rasheed, Naomi and Jeremiah, all repeating, so they will be available to compete for St. Lucia again at the Carifta Games in 2023, so we expect great things from them. We want to thank all of the people who made this possible for Team St. Lucia to go out there and represent as well. It was not a cheap trip, so we want to thank everybody that was able to make it happen for those athletes to go out there and actually be able to represent St. Lucia. The management team, Coach Andy has been working really hard with the 2 boys, Coach Claude with Naomi, the other 2 are in Jamaica, the executive and all the other coaches in St. Lucia that have been making it happen, Youth and Sports, National Lotteries, the St. Lucia Olympic Committee, to name a few of the people that have been making this happen for our athletes.
Sports Minister Kenson Casimir also touted the athletes for achieving such a feat. He pledged the government's commitment to construct a 50-meter swimming pool to further develop the skills. Gina Filippi, HTS News Force.